Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially here. I am finally watching Encanto, and I am very much excited. And before we get into that, I'm actually going to talk about some of the things that I really enjoyed in just the music, and then you can watch it with me actually on Patreon. Whether that be, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do live stream or post it, but regardless, you can watch the full movie reaction on Patreon. So sign up for that. There's a regular Patreon for most people, and then for the people that are international, where there is massive gap between their dollar and the U.S. dollar, there's an international Patreon as well. But let's talk about some of the things that I really enjoyed and really just kind of had a good time with some of the music, and then we'll talk about some of the things that I'm excited for, and then after the fact, after I watch a movie, I'll do a recap here on YouTube for the people that aren't able to do Patreon. Let's chat about this. So I really enjoyed the music. It was cool. I love, being 50% Salvadorian, and having been to El Salvador. Even though I know it's a little bit Colombia, but being been to El Salvador and having a huge Latin family, I totally related to so many of these things, including the very large family, including some family dynamics that I saw even in the music. I haven't seen the movie yet, but even in just the music, the family dynamics that were there. I loved the different genres of music in the sense of, like, while it was all encompassed in Latin style or Colombian style, there were slightly different feels in a lot of the songs. I mean, some you have to encapsulate the very exciting stuff. Some you have to encapsulate the very classic stuff. Some you encapsulated like the rock one. There was a '90s rock track, the ballads, the reflectives, and what I think is really cool, especially I think was "What Can I Do," how the music is following the movies as well to some degree. Like I heard those strings come in, and I was like, oh shoot, you could just tell that there is, these, like, we're about to go into some dramatic scene. And apparently some comments were like, oh yeah, you're about to enter the whatever they called it, the climax of the problem in the movie or something like that. So it's super interesting how the music is being guided by the movie, or vice versa. I mean, oh my gosh, the best part was like the fact that the Bruno was originally named Oscar. Like the fact that Lin Manuel wrote something else for somebody named Bruno. I was like, and with the Bruno, no, 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 like that's brilliant. Like, I saw comments being like, what would it have been, like Oscar car, like that was amazing. I thought that was so funny and so cool, and just I appreciate, and I think that shows a level of maturity to creators in the sense of, like, you create, when you write something, some people can get very defensive and very treat their projects like they're babies. And if somebody was like, oh, I think we should change the name to Bruno, and they're like, well, I've spent so much time writing and connecting to this character as Oscar, I don't know if we could do that. Well, like, you wouldn't have gotten that song that's trending #1 on YouTube Music as "We Don't Talk About Bruno," right? So I should think that that shows a level of maturity in all creators, because maturity isn't necessarily age; it's like a mindset, right? So you could be a 50-year-old creator and still think of their song or their character as their baby, and not be willing to change about that. So that being said, I really thought that that was really interesting. I thought that it was very cool. I think that I watched a breakdown. I don't know if I'll have posted it by the time I post this, but I watched a breakdown of them talking about how they went to Colombia to see the culture. I'm like, these little details, like, really, I think, make a big difference. So I'm very much looking forward to checking out the movie. I'd love to know in your comments. Comment down. The question of the day today is, comment down below. What would you rate the movie? Would you rate it a 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 2 out of 10? Leave a comment down below of what you would rate it. And I would love to see as many of you there as possible for watching the movie. It'd be great. Check out the Patreon, download the Jacob Restituto app, and peace out.